You want to hear content about the Philadelphia Eagles and the Philadelphia 76ers. That's straight to the point, no nonsense, no over-the-top shenanigans. Say what we got to say and keep it moving. Then you made the right choice coming to Nikki Steve's channel, so stay tuned. Yesterday, the news broke that the Philadelphia Eagles have signed quarterback Joe Flacco to a one-year deal, which makes Joe Flacco officially our backup. Also, I did discuss on Monday Adoree Jackson possibly signing with the Eagles. Of course, as soon as I finished with that video, by the time I uploaded it, it had been confirmed he signed with the Giants, so we didn't get Adoree Jackson. But as I said Monday about Flacco, originally I had preferred Jacoby Brissett, Tyrod Taylor, Ryan Fitzpatrick, but obviously all those guys got signed. And of all the options available, the best option we could have had as a backup is Joe Flacco. And I am glad we got a backup quarterback. Now, I made a video on Monday saying I wasn't too sure about the idea of if Joe Flacco had to play. And I stand by that. What I had said was that I wasn't sure that if, God forbid, Jalen Hurts got injured, which hopefully does not happen if Joe Flacco had to play, I didn't have a whole lot of faith that he could actually step on the field. And I'm saying this based off recent years. His season with the Jets, his season with the Broncos, and even in 2018 when he got benched for Lamar Jackson and ultimately replaced in Baltimore. And people will say that the Philadelphia Eagles is a different situation. And yes, it is. But based off the situation we're in, is our situation really that much better from the Broncos and the Jets? And I had thought that Jacoby Brissett, based off his history with Nick Sirianni or Ryan Fitzpatrick's, or even Tyrod Taylor could play better. But obviously, we can't get those guys. But we did get Joe Flacco, though. Still not sure if Joe Flacco has to play, whether or not he really could at this point in his career based off recent history. I still have my doubts about that. However, there are some good things to us having Joe Flacco as a backup quarterback. So now with Joe Flacco as a backup quarterback, the pros are closer to home. Flacco, gets to live a dream of being with the Philadelphia Eagles. So he's a good fit for the Eagles in terms of being a backup because he's a guy that brings experience to the table. That's a good thing. He's a former Super Bowl winning quarterback with the Baltimore Ravens. So he's a guy that can bring experience to the locker room in a backup role, which is a good thing. And like I said, he's a guy who's grew up close to Philadelphia. So he's got that Eagles fan in his background. So it makes him a good fit for the organization, obviously. Here's another thing. I didn't think about this when I initially talked about Monday before Flacco signing was made official yesterday. I did see a video from Simone Stanley, and I'll put the link to that video in the icon at the top right-hand corner. Just click the icon right-hand corner. You'll find that video. Simone Stanley brought up in that video an interesting point that because Joe Flacco is more of a traditional type of pocket passer, he can work with Jalen Hurts and give Jalen Hurts knowledge on things that Jalen may not be as familiar with because there's certain things Flacco does that more pocket passer that Jalen Hurts doesn't do. And Jalen could learn from Flacco. How polar opposites can sometimes teach each other. And that video did get me to think about that a little bit. So there's another positive. A guy like Joe Flacco, he can teach Jalen Hurts some new things. And that could definitely be that's definitely a good thing going forward because especially if Jalen Hurts does work out, and he is the guy going forward, it could definitely help to have a backup quarterback who started in a Super Bowl, who was a star quarterback for a period of time for the Baltimore Ravens, although he did fall off and eventually get replaced. The point is he's a guy who has a name, at least has some credibility as a backup quarterback who can teach Jalen Hurts some valuable things going forward. And if Jalen Hurts can learn from Flacco on top of the things he's already doing well, and Jalen Hurts is our guy going forward next 5 to 10, 15 years possibly. If Jalen Hurts can learn some things from Joe Flacco and be our guy for the next 5 to 10 years possibly, we can be better off for it. So there is that possibility. So again, Joe Flacco wasn't my favorite choice. He wasn't a guy that I had thrown out as a potential backup, and I didn't really hear too much talk about Flacco until it happened. But obvious till he got met up with us and then signed with us. But you know what? Considering the situation we're in, it could have been much worse. It could have been much worse. We could have tried bringing back Nick Foles and created that controversy again, but we didn't. But you know what? Joe Flacco, like I said, he's a guy who fits with the Eagles, grew up near Philadelphia, grew up Eagles fan. So obviously that makes him a fit. And he's a guy that can teach our young quarterback some things where, he could learn from Flacco and we could be better off for it going forward. This could be a great idea. This is a great idea for a back. This could, in that regard, be a great idea for a backup based off what was available. Now, I'm still not sure if Joe Flacco can actually come in and play for us based off his recent history. Definitely as a backup, he can definitely be a great mentor. And like I say, he's a good fit for the organization for reasons I explained. I'll leave it at that. So always, everyone that watched, thank you for watching and supporting my channel as always. If you hit the like button to show your support, and if you're new and you haven't subscribed, do so, and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think of Flacco signing as a backup. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Do you see some pros and cons to it? Let me know what you think. And most of all, everyone watching, have a wonderful day or night. Nicky Steve signing off, and I'll see you for the next vid. You like that straight to the point mentality? No nonsense, no shenanigans? Hit that subscribe button, because that's what we do on this channel every video. Straight to the point, no shenanigans, no nonsense. If that's what you want, then you better hit that subscribe button.